Hello everybody, my name is ODST and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Survival. Now, originally I wasn't gonna record this, but as you can see, I found a mine shaft and I thought it'd be interesting to maybe do this on camera. I'm probably not gonna edit this as much as I edit most videos. Kinda just wanna vibe and see what we find here, while I tell some stories. If most of you don't know, how high do I have to be for this? Okay, it's going in the completely opposite direction anyways. If most of you don't know, I'm originally from Ireland, and being from a place with a different dialect as most means we have different, words for other things. Now, in Ireland, a rubber is, well, at least none of the forms that I've heard of people using rubber means a condom. No, a rubber is the little yolk at the top of a pencil that rubs out mistakes on paper, or as Americans and other people across the world call it, an eraser. Now, me growing up 12 years in Ireland, being in a school system for 12 years in Ireland, and calling a rubber a rubber, of course, I didn't think anything about it when I moved over here. Okay, I'm gonna need my axe for this. But one day in my science class, I was taking a test, and I had made a mistake on my paper. There's another chest. And so, of course, I didn't have an eraser with me. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna ask the teacher for a rubber. All innocent, like, I didn't think anything about it. And so, of course, I raised my hand, and the teacher calls me, he goes, what do you want? I said, I need a rubber. Do you have one that I can borrow? And of course, he's mortified. He goes, what did you say? And I said, I made a mistake on my paper, I need a rubber. And so, class being 7th grade class, people being so very mature, started laughing. And of course the teacher thought that I was just trying to be some class clown or something. I wasn't. I didn't fucking know anybody in that class. I wouldn't be trying to impress anybody. And so he sends me to the office. In the office, and I got in trouble in the office. They didn't give me any time to explain myself, right? And they're just like, you're disrupting class, blah blah blah. I got off with scolding. But yeah, that was my first encounter with language barriers, or dialect barriers, not language barriers. Would it be language or dialect? I honestly, I couldn't give a rat's arse. This is my first issue that I ran into when I moved to America. There's a lot of gold there. But some other stories from my childhood. In Ireland, I went to the Gael School in Escarita, a school run by some woman from fucking hell in Vorchin, okay? She did not like me whatsoever, and in turn, I did not like her at all. At all. I just fell. But this woman would blame, or she wouldn't blame the shit that her son Kieran done on me, but she'd lash out on me for the shit that her son would do. Now, a great example of this was one time out in the yard before classes started. He came up to me and he just grabbed me and kneed me right in the balls. And of course, me being in pain, I was like, what the fuck? So I went over to the principal and told her what happened. I was like, hey, Kieran just hit me in my privates. And this bitch had the audacity to go off on me saying that I shouldn't be interacting with anybody outside of my classroom, okay? Now, in my school, the people in your classroom The people in your year were the people who you were going to know for the next 12 years of your life, okay? From age 5 to age 13 or so. I don't know if that's what. If that's 12. No, that's not 12 years. Bollocks, that's not 12 years. For the next however many years you're in that school. I'm just gonna say I'm terrible with math, okay? But one of the rules was you're not allowed to interact with anybody outside of your class year unless it's absolutely necessary. So that rule applies for siblings as well. So as I got in trouble for interacting with somebody outside of my year. And her son, of course, got off scot-free, as he always done, because he was the son of the fucking principal. The principal didn't give a shit about what he done. I'm completely and utterly lost. Hello, sir. Is that another spider spawner? It's gonna be fun, isn't it? Fuck you, spider. Oh my god. Fuck off, you bastard. Piss off. Alright, let's... I'm not even gonna do anything with that. I'm just mining it. I don't care. Another story of good old me getting in trouble was... Fuck you. Fuck you twice. Me and my friends, and my friend at the time, Tiernon. So me, a great friend of mine, Kenny, another great friend, another two, ooh, diamonds. Connor O'Brien, Connor O'Din, and Megan. We're all playing a new form of tag yours truly came up with, where to tag someone, you had to lift them up and drop them. That's it. Simple as that. Nothing too bad. Just pick up the person and drop them. Now, I was it. And so I went after Tiernon because he was by far the physically weakest of our entire friend group besides Megan. In fact, I would argue that Megan had more balls than him. Megan, if you're seeing this, thank you for being such a great friend. Tiernon, if you're seeing this, you need to grow a pair of balls at some point. But feelings aside, I went after Tiernon because he was the slowest of us all. And of course, I done what the rules were. I picked him up and I dropped him. That was it. Now I didn't pick him up too high. I could not do that. I'm a weak person myself. Okay? So I of course when I dropped him, it wouldn't have been from such a far height that he'd fucking break every limb in his body, okay? But Tiernon, when he landed, I don't know what the fuck he done when he went down, but he ended up fucking landing and winding himself, okay? And so him being winded and me panicking, I was like, oh shit. So I went to go grab one of the teachers for help. Now, when she asked, is that another fucking spawner? When she asked what happened, I was like, we're playing tag. Oh, you bastard. You righteous prick. She goes, what happened? And I went to explain what happened. The way it happened. I was gonna fucking... There's so many spider spawners here, what the shit? Oh, I'm getting fucked. I wasn't gonna sugarcoat it, I was just gonna be like, we're playing a game of tag where you had to pick up the person who you're going after and drop them. And I went after Tiernon, I picked him up and I dropped him and I ended up winding him. That's what I was gonna say, okay? But Tiernon went on to say I had picked him up and threw him to the ground. I did not throw him to the ground. But so of course the principal then gets involved, and she drags me to her office. She goes, how would you feel if I picked you up and threw you to the fucking ground? And me being, you know, I don't think it, they're really, what was that, the fourth fucking spawner? But me in my head was like, I don't think the principal should be saying this. But I was like, I didn't respond. and shit happened. I got detention for the next 2 or 3 days. That's another spawner. What in the god? You know, this is a zombie spawner. We already have the zombie farm. 13. I'm gonna take this name tag. Fuck you, saddle. I have enough of you, and I don't use many of you. Iron, I'll take it. Horse armor, I'll take it. Fuck you, saddle, once again. Now, our detentions weren't you stay after school and you spend some time writing out something or doing whatever. I've never gotten detention in America, at least I can't remember if I did. But fucking our detentions were, we had 2 lunches, and both lunches you'd stay, you go to the library and the principal would hand you a piece of paper or something, or no, she'd write something on the whiteboard. She'd be like, write this however many times until the bell rings. Small lunch was about 20 minutes, so you'd be there for 20 minutes writing, and big lunch was about a half hour, so you'd spend about an hour there just writing some bullshit that the principal wrote on the board. So I had to do 3 or so days just doing that, and one of those days my sister was sent to detention. Now my sister is a fucking goody two shoes, okay? Well, at least she was. So I was quite boggled to see her partake in detention. She never told me what she got a detention for, but quite honestly I couldn't care either. Why can't I place down? What? That's fucking weird. I can't care either, if I'm gonna be honest. But that's just some stupid shit from my childhood. I wasn't a very, say I wasn't. I'm not a very bright person, I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably one of the dumbest people you will ever meet, but fucking, I will try and have fun. I don't care. But yeah, if you ever consider sending a child of your own to that school, while Indi Vorchin is still the principal, I'm gonna say her name because fuck her. She's still the principal, I think, last time I checked, and it's been over 5 years since I went to that school, and she's been the principal there for a good 10 years prior to me being in that school. So she's fucking ancient. But if you do, I'm not saying that you will, but if you do ever send a child to that school, you might want to take some lessons in parenting, childhood parenting, okay? I think going to that school is, there's no easy way. I think it's fucking cruel and unusual punishment going to that school. Okay? Cruel and unusual punishment. There's no way around it. I mean, of course there's some nice teachers like the Vosters. Don't know what that translates to in English. But the Vosters are just 2 teachers who are guys. One of them was the father of somebody in my classroom. Oh, that was a big ass ravine. How long have we been recording for? We have been recording for 14 minutes. I'm gonna leave the episode off here. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, leave a comment if you like these type of videos. I'm probably gonna continue. I'm gonna probably go straight into the next recording after this, but leave a like, leave a comment. If you haven't already, subscribe. If you want to be in the Discord and hang out, Discord's in the link below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.